I'm so excited to have the wonderful Emma Pugsley and Kelly Dolby joining us from Mile Wellbeing to lead us through a 10-minute meditation and to chat briefly about meditation, the benefits of meditation. They will also end the session with a quick Q&A. So once again, please make note of any questions you may have. Mile Wellbeing is a yoga, meditation, Pilates and massage studio in the heart of Perth. The vision is to inspire others to make healthy lifestyle choices and to help people integrate work and life more joyfully, which in our current climate is more important than ever. So once again, thank you everybody for joining us. Emma and Kelly, I'll hand it on over to you.
Thank you, Kate, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Emma, and I'm the owner and founder of Mile Wellbeing. It was created out of my background being corporate, sedentary lifestyle in finance for many years, and just knowing how much of a struggle it was for me at times to fit in things that made me feel really good other than that work challenge, obviously. So with that in mind, we created Mile Wellbeing, and together with Kelly, here we are today sharing with you just a snapshot of what it is that we love to share with those surrounding us in the big buildings here in Perth. So if you happen to work anywhere in our vicinity, please feel free to drop in and see us in person. Otherwise, enjoy this opportunity now for a live stream guided meditation. And with that, I'll hand over to Kelly.
Thanks, Emma. Thanks, Kate. So thank you for having me here. I am Kelly Dolby and I'm a holistic health coach here in Perth, which basically means I work with predominantly girls and women in a counselling space, but also I teach yin yoga, Pilates, meditation at this beautiful sanctuary space in the heart of Perth. And just a little bit about how I came to be before I get into the meditation. I was just thinking on the way down about the many lives I've lived before this beautiful slow-paced life I currently live, and all of them were, really fast-paced, very yang, very just get it done, really quite kind of stress-driven, anxiety-driven, and goal-focused. And over the years, I developed quite bad anxiety and never really understood that my environment was actually contributing quite a lot to that. So even the sort of exercise that I was doing, which I loved at the time, it was throwing around weights and boxing classes and even running, which I loved. And I at the time thought that was really good for my mental health without any understanding of mental health whatsoever. But actually didn't realize that when you're stressful life, which a lot of us do, those sorts of things are just another version of that. Although they are extremely beneficial in terms of overall well-being, if we are living that fast-paced, yang, intense, noisy life, we should not be mirroring that in our well-being space. What we actually need is the opposite to that. And for years I thought, I'm not going to yoga, I'm not going to meditation. What would I do? I'd sit there thinking about not thinking. That's not for me. How annoying. If I've got time, I'm going to work out. So it took me a little while to find this space, and eventually I can remember the exact moment that I was inside my body and actually in my natural state of peace. And it was in a Pilates teacher training that I was doing about 7 years ago. And I just remember I was literally just standing there and I was guided inside myself, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, this is delightful. Why have I never done this? And so for the next 7 years, I've studied various modalities. I work with mind-body medicine. I love creating a space for people to come into their internal space, because our natural state is meant to be peace. It is meant to be easeful. It is meant to be a place where we can respond to life. And we should be able to maintain this sense of peace and ease right alongside all of the people that we're surrounded by, all of the noise. They can move at a fast pace if they like. We'll still have all of those responsibilities and demands, but it's about continuing to come back to this state of peace, even if it's only for a few minutes a day, you know. So this is why I love teaching meditation, and we teach 30-minute guided meditations here. We will just be doing a small snippet of that today, but now, because of the previous few months, we've been forced, for want of a better word, to evolve our offering online. So now this means that people can tune in to these meditations or to most of our classes via Zoom. So for those working from home, it means that you can just stop on your lunch break and you can log in and you can sit there in your own space and be guided into your own space. So that's a little bit about how I came to be here, and I do want to remind you or teach you that meditation is not something to be good at. Meditation is literally just you sitting in stillness, and that in itself is such a beautiful gesture without distraction. And I'm not talking about the world around you. I'm talking about you don't have your phone in your hand, you're not eating and typing, you're just in your own space, however that looks like at that time. I guide you into your body, into your breath, which is for some people a hard concept to understand. Breathing is a spiritual act. Well, actually, the way that you feel is affecting the rhythm of your heart. If you are stressed, it's going to affect the pace of your heart. If you are calm, it's going to affect the pace of your heart. If you are happy, that's going to have a different effect on the health of your heart. So it is all connected. And when we pay respect to that, life does change. So it's not something to be good at. It's something to be accepting of and compassionate of. And I promise you that it can become just such a beautiful, peaceful experience. So I'm going to invite you now to just get yourself comfortable. And that might be laying down, it might be seated. I just want you to find a space where you're not using too much effort. Once you have found your positioning, you can close down your eyes. What you're doing is just welcoming yourself into your physical space. So the chair or the bed, whatever it is you're sitting on, with your eyes closed, you're just recognizing your physical space. And then using your next few breaths, you're just going to anchor yourself into your space, as though your breath out is literally grounding you down. As each exhalation just allows your shoulders to drop a little heavier, your body to become a little bit more relaxed. Your facial features to become a little bit more softened. And then we acknowledge that we're in a shared space as well. Whether you're joining us live today or enjoying this meditation as the recording, we're still sharing an energetic space, which is nice to acknowledge. There's no one that you need to be. There's nothing that you need to do right now. I invite you now to just recognize, observe, and honor the state of your physical body This might be your energy levels right now, whether you're comfortable or not, hungry or not. This is you just taking interest in your physical body. And shift your awareness to your mind. Notice the state of your mind right now in this moment. Perhaps the speed at which your mind is moving. Remember, we're not trying to change these things, we're just acknowledging them with honesty, with curiosity. You might notice the weight of your mind. My mind feels heavy, my mind feels light. It feels like there's tension around the edges of your mind. You might use your next few breaths to imagine that the edges of your mind are being dissolved with your breath. And then check in with your emotional body. The way that we are feeling will be affected by our external environment as well as our mind, the thoughts that we're energizing. So just acknowledging, I am feeling. And center your awareness in the middle of your chest. Noticing that your breath is expansive, expands the ribs to the front, the back and the sides. As you picture that center point in the middle of your chest, it gets bigger as you breathe in, it expands outwards. Then it anchors back to its center as you exhale. Beginning to see the breath in as a doing, but your breath out as an allowing. You might also notice that as you breathe in, your spine lengthens upwards, so your breath is elongating. It lifts you upwards. Your breath out is anchoring, grounding downwards. Just feel that subtle lengthening upwards of your spine and your body, and your space as you breathe in. And that gentle softening but safe grounding as you breathe out. And just bring your awareness back to the center of your chest again. And imagine drawing your breath from the center of your chest up the back of your neck and over the top of your head and down the front of your face back to your chest. So just circulating your breath from your chest, behind your ribs, up and over your head, down the front of your face, back through your throat and down to your chest. So what we're doing is we're just using visualization and intention to circulate your breath, Also connecting your heart, your throat, your mind, bringing union through this beautiful circulation of your energy and your awareness. If your mind wanders away, that's perfectly fine. You can make the decision whether you energize that thought further. You can even simply say, I do not wish to energize that thought right now. You bring yourself back to that beautiful circulation of your breath within your body. Noticing that as you do so, you're dropping into this beautiful and natural state of peace. A sense of okayness. A nice slow pace. Whilst you're observing all of this, you can also notice at the exact same time the noise outside has not quietened, the pace has not slowed down. People are still there. You're just settled in your internal state of peace alongside those external factors. By conjuring up this beautiful slow pace, this sense of groundedness, this deep sense of presence, you can make the decision now that you will carry all of these beautiful qualities out into your day, out into your afternoon, into each and every interaction with this natural state of peace. Just take a few more circulations of your breath from your chest, up the back of your neck, over your head, down the front of your face and back to your heart. Just a few more times. Just keeping your eyes closed. Just observe the state of your physical body now. Energy levels, comfort, interest. Maybe you feel that you're truly taking up your entire space physically, which is beautiful, inhabiting your own space. Notice the state of your mind now. Is there more space, a slower pace, softer edges, more space between thoughts? Just recognize how you are feeling now. There's no right or wrong, just honoring, I feel. And then just keeping the eyes closed, bring your hands either one on top of the other to your chest, or bring your hands to prayer. And just bow your head. It's really nice to finish a meditation practice with an honouring of the practice itself and the gesture that was you taking this time to sit in stillness and in curiosity and in practice. That's all it is, it's a practice. To come back to your natural state of peace. A little bit of appreciation for the practice and our ability to tune in virtually and do this together. So So thank you for giving yourself that time and space with us. Namaste.